Hello, my name is Callum and this is my CS50 Final Project, conJugo. conJugo is a web application for learning and practicing the conjugation of French verbs. The app has two main modes which allow you to improve your knowledge of French verbs. The first is conjugator mode. This allows the user to see the full conjugation of any French verb. The second is practice mode. This allows the user to practice conjugations with a series of customizable flashcards. Additional features include preloaded lists of common French verbs, the ability to add and save custom verbs to a user's account, and the ability to create, update, and delete account details in the settings menu. To begin using conJugo, the user must first create an account. The user can choose their own username and password, provided that these meet the required parameters. The user can then log into the app. When the user logs into the app, they are presented with two options: conjugate mode and practice mode. Conjugate mode allows the user to see the full conjugation table for any input French verb. This mode will generate a table of all possible conjugations of the verb for each tense and mood. Practice mode allows the user to create a flashcard-based game to practice and improve their knowledge of French verb conjugation. The user can choose from preloaded lists of common regular or irregular French verbs, or they can add their own custom verb lists. They can also choose which tenses and moods should be included during the practice session. The user is presented with a pronoun and a verb to conjugate, as well as a required mood and tense. The user must input the correct answer into the input field before pressing submit. The app then automatically grades the user on their response. The user can choose to end the practice round at any time by pressing the End Practice button. Otherwise, the round will end when all possible conjugations have been displayed. At the end of each round, a scorecard is displayed showing the user's correct and incorrect answers. This allows the user to identify which verb conjugations require further practice. Users can add custom verbs using the Verb Lists interface. conJugo comes preloaded with lists of the 50 most common regular and irregular French verbs. If the user wants to add custom verbs, they simply type them into the input field and press enter. Unwanted custom verbs can be deleted using the delete buttons beside the verb entries. Custom verbs are saved to the user's account and will persist even if the user logs out of the app. Finally, users can use the Account Settings interface to control their account information. This interface allows users to either change their password or to delete their account and any associated saved verb lists. conJugo uses the Flask web framework for Python, along with SQLite 3 for database management. The main functionalities of the app are taken from the conjug 3 library for Python, created by Sekou Diao. In addition, the CS50 library for Python and SQLite 3 library for Python were also used. Preloaded verb lists were taken from a list of the 100 most common French verbs published by linguasorb in 2023. CSS styling was created using Bootstrap version 5.3.2. The conjug 3 library is a package for conjugation of verbs in multiple languages, including French. The advantage of this package is that it uses the machine learning-based approach to verb conjugation. This allows it to predict the correct conjugation pattern of any verb the user inputs, so long as that verb follows the general form and appearance of a French verb. This removes the need to store a large database of all possible conjugations and all possible French verbs in the back end of the app. Even made-up French verbs can be conjugated using this method, so long as they have an ending that approximates a real French verb ending. The database structure of the app is consequently quite simple. User data is stored in a table with passwords hashed for security purposes. User IDs are linked to entries in the verbs table to allow persistent storage of custom verb entries and to entries in the scorecard table, which is reset each time a user starts a new practice session. Additional tables containing a list of moods and tenses are also present to facilitate the setup of practice sessions. Thank you for taking the time to view my project. Please comment below if you have any feedback. Au revoir!